Joe, before you go.
Okay.
So we're back. As you can tell, my voice is a problem right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out of commission. So
Uh-huh.
Joe, you're gonna do Monokuma today. Yeah,
Did I
like
get it right?
yeah, good enough, Joe.
Okay.
If I try doing Monokuma voice, I can't. I can't do high pitched voice right now.
Oh, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word.
Wait, Joe, before we move on, do you remember like what happened? We were investigating with Byakuya,
Yeah.
and like Kyoko's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
that's-
move on.
that's all I remember.
That's all I remember. Okay. All right. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together. Just the two of you. My Toko voice is gonna be pretty janky today too.
What? Are you jealous?
I'm gonna apologize beforehand. Everyone's gonna sound very low.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second.
Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen. Then 5 minutes became 10.
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or... Or what? Jesus! No! Did I scare you? Oh, am I doing it right?
Yeah, you're doing just fine. Just fine, baby boy. Let's do it. I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? And why do you sound different today, Monokuma?
What? I made you wait?
Your Monokuma voice isn't bad. It's good. Yeah.
You got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait.
Yeah, it's nice and cute. I like it, Joe. Maybe you should do Monokuma from now on. I like it.
Huh? I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here, now can we?
What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you.
Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now.
If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. Oh shit.
When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
I'm here, and no rule's been broken. She's alive!
She's alive!
She's
Oh,
alive!
she's alive! I knew it! I knew it! Kyoko.
Hi, simp.
Kyoko? You're still alive? No! That's a ghost!
Stop talking.
If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late? Shut up, Byakuya. I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong?
You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of ya.
When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko!
So you really didn't die?
Of course I didn't die.
Thank God. I'm so glad you're okay.
Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us.
Huh?
Why is that, Byakuya?
He's right! Now we've gotta deal with a ghost!
Oh my god, shut the fuck up, mophead. I told you, stop talking. Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it at the class trial.
Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator.
Master, wait for me.
Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
I'll be happy when this trial is all over.
One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So...
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms.
The second floor?
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered.
Then, when did you find out?
Just now, I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement.
Ooh.
I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? What do you think, Joe? You said like, oh. What?
It's coincidence.
Coincidence?
I don't know. I think not.
Okay, alright.
So that's why you were late.
Do you know what she's referring to when she said the second floor of the dorm room, by the way?
No.
No? If you remember, you go to the dorms, where there's like the cafeterias and like all the dorm rooms, right next to like the remember where Celeste met up with Chihiro in that like
in the warehouse,
right past the warehouse, there's like that gated section.
Yeah, it was a gated section.
That goes to the second floor of the dorm rooms. That's what she's referring to.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you this because when she was talking to this one, was the first time I was playing, I had no idea what she was talking about too, so I'm just informing you right now. Yeah, I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. Now, right? Yeah, so I had no idea when I first played, so I just wanted you to know what it was.
But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
Actually, to be precise, not quite. I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school.
Damn. What?
Ooh, a bullet. Choco's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Damn. Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial. Okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving your current situation. Because this is probably the single most crucial moment for me. Crucial moment so far for me. Sorry, I can't read, I'm illiterate.
For her. That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Well, if that's all, Jane. Bye-bye.
Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word.
Dude, Kyoko's hair's so long, she's all hair.
Oh, shit.
I didn't even realize.
Well, Yasuhiro's also got a huge mop of hair.
I mean, we all knew that, right?
Yeah. We just stood there, silent and still.
Probably washes it once a month.
After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair.
I've been waiting for this.
Oh, shit.
What?
I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this.
What? You're doing fine, Joe.
The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed.
Monokuma got a new voice after he got broken. He got broken down. Monokuma got a new voice.
Yeah, that's true. That's funny.
Let's get on with the show.
Man, I do miss doing the voice though.
And so the curtain opened for the 5th time.
It was my favorite part of doing the Let's Play.
A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith.
We get it, Makoto. It's deadly.
A deadly class trial. Do I have to say this every fucking time, Makoto?
Alright, you looked through everything, right, Joe?
Yeah, I did.
Any theories, Joe?
It's hard to say because they all had alibis that they were in the gym all night long.
Okay, so then who does that leave?
Kyoko.
So you think it's Kyoko?
As of right now, yeah.
Technically, Makoto also didn't have an alibi.
Yeah, true. But I don't think it's Makoto.
Okay.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So your votes will determine the results.
Your Monokuma was pretty good.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Yeah, Jono Kuma's not bad. Yeah, I like Jono Kuma.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Oh my god, Yasuhiro. This guy. But Kyoko's standing right there, you dimwit.
No, that's a ghost. But she has legs and stuff.
Nice argument.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology. My god, this guy's fucking dumb.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I could tolerate.
Okay, so I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? One important trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her. I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery, I'm sure of it.
What about the gloves?
The gloves weren't on the victim.
I might have burned off.
True, but I don't know.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves. You remember why?
Yeah, Monokuma said to hide scars.
And would you happen to know the answer? Ooh. In fact, Monokuma told me, apparently you have disgusting, ugly, no good, very bad to see scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see. Your hands are ugly.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right? They probably just got burnt up in the explosion.
Damn, I have the same argument as Yasuhiro. I'm ashamed of myself.
I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
Why wouldn't the corpse have gloves?
Because it's not Kyoko.
No, that's not an argument. Why wouldn't the corpse have gloves? Think about that corpse one more time.
The fake fingernails.
Yeah, there we go. Right, you can't wear fake fingernails with gloves on, obviously. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Joe. I just wanted to make that clear.
There's no way that corpse was Kyoko. But if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but to
shoot my bullets. Make your argument.
The Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost. The dead body wasn't wearing gloves. They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have, because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
No, that body isn't Kyoko's, and I know I can prove it. Got it. No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails. Remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Self-conscious people could wear fake nails under their gloves.
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
Believe me, I know women. Women love me.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Shut up, woman. Well, Kyoko, any thoughts on women? These gloves are custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. Custom made gloves. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here. Mophead.
Okay, so then who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Oh my god. Make your argument again.
Yeah, of course, you're gonna be doing this a lot.
Kyoko really is still alive. Then who died? There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition, and there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
But if we can't identify the body, there's nothing else we can do, right?
I'll let you think about this one.
The one thing that can tell us is on the victim's own body.
Nice. Very good, Joe. So far, so good. Easy stuff.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body. What? For real?
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
A cruel and unusual death? This I gotta see.
Screw you.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about. The key to figuring out who it was is a tattoo on the back of her hand. Oh yeah, the design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
Her master must have made her get it to be like, you're my bitch. The fuck?
Oh my god. Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo. Dumb.
Whoa, really? If you compare the tattoo to other information we have, the victim's identity should become clear.
Very good, Joe.
Yep. The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to. Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. I, for one, have it on my left butt cheek.
Fenrir? The image that represents Fenrir is...
Oh my god, Makoto, just say it, dude. Oh my god. No, guys, we gotta play Hangman. You'll never guess it, Joe. LOL. LOL. Oh my god, Joe.
Wolf.
Yeah, not LOLF, Joe. You dumbass.
Oh jeez, okay. The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology, a huge world-ending wolf beast. Say that 10 times fast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki and a female giant.
A wolf tattoo? Then that means... Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf. Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro. What? Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
Ha 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 ha! You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
What? Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a class trial? No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But, I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right? Not you, Joe. I was talking to Makoto.
Yeah. So that means Kyoko got it wrong? Then who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually, when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail. So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us, just another participant. Who did it? Who's the killer this time? Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right? Who the evidence points to?
Based on what we know, there can only be two suspects.
You already know.
You narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that? Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last time, I went to the garden so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time. The gym? That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. And now he sounds different. The whole time we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. You even went to the bathroom in pairs. Can't believe I had to take a piss next to Yasuhiro. All of which is to say, the four of us have alibis. The only ones without an alibi are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects. Exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it. Can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name. I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m. Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body? The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? When she went to go get the pickaxe. So what time was the body discovered? 9 o'clock.
Very good, you remembered.
Yep. The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m. since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Now then, Toko, what time is it?
Well, when we left the gym it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now.
Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01. I just had a little stutter.
He's right, it had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning. For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning. We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah, right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it. Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi. The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m., and I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. until 7:30 a.m. Okay then, it looks like the game has begun. I can't provide an alibi for that period. Then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time. Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
There's something that happens in the garden at the same time every morning. Thinking back, the corpse was almost totally dry. In which case, I should be able to figure out when the body must have appeared in the garden.
What he's talking about?
Yeah, the sprinkler thing.
Yeah, what about it?
Had to have happened after the sprinklers went off.
Why? Why, Joe? Why?
Because the body was dry.
Oh my goodness, Joe, you're so smart.
What? Why didn't that work? Come on, Makoto, don't scare me like that. Makes me think something weird is going on. But there's only like 2 spots to hit.
Okay, well then try the other one. So the reason why the 731 didn't work, I think, is because the 731, Asahina's talking about Makoto's alibi, whereas Byakuya is talking about when the murder happened. And we were trying to counter like about, because like before this thing, Makoto was like, I gotta prove like the murder didn't happen
at 10 o'clock.
during 10 to
okay,
like
okay,
the
okay.
7:30.
get it
So
now.
yeah, that's why. It's a bit of a loss in translation. I thought the 7:30 would work initially, but no, you're on the money so far, Joe.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened. Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
Nerd Makoto. And what makes you say that, nerd? Bet you wear glasses, nerd.
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Hold on, I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet, dripping wet in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? You saying only the mouth down south is wet? How dare you spew such indecent words?
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
Oh, now I get what she was saying. I didn't understand what she was saying. I was like, what is she talking about?
So I don't get it.
What do you mean?
You don't get it? Oh, don't worry about it.
By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Yes. Yes, we are.
Man, you're totally wacko.
You really think this wasn't the sprinkler? You better tell us why.
I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers
Oh my
that got
God.
the body wet. All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence, and that should do it.
Hit it, Makoto.
If you look at the body itself, that should make it clear.
Oh my.
Oh my
God.
I hate this.
Oh my God.
I don't get how to do that. I don't get how to do it.
Do you want me to do this for you?
Nobody believes. No, I'll figure it out. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say.
Wake me up when it's over.
Wait, so what am I supposed to do? Just press A and then.
No, you're supposed to press A to. No, you're supposed to press A to lock on, right? You see these statements that Toko's shooting? You press A to get that pink cursor on it, and then you press Y to pop everything at once. Okay. And then at the bottom you have your bullets. You only have one bullet left. So you can't, so you gotta press X in time to reload, and then now you can start doing the locking on thing again. So like if you have nothing to lock on to, you should be like pressing X and reloading. Like right now, you only have 2 bullets. You don't have any bullets, you need to reload, so you can't lock on. You're gonna hang of it. Oh, thank God. Final strike.
Wait, what? I failed? No, I failed! Oh, what? I had it! How did I fail at the end? I was supposed to press Y, right? That final bullet?
Yeah, but you gotta choose the right bullet too.
Oh my
choose the right one.
God, I fucking... Oh my God! Oh, fucking hate this game mode. Oh, I'm destroying her now.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. Okay. Oh, nice.
Finally! Fucking finally! Oh my God. Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac.
I'm so sick of her.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, I know. Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water, but only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, and I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place. Sometime after the sprinklers turned on, at 7:30 in the morning.
Ooh.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean?
Kyoko did it.
Kyoko did it. Kyoko did it.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right? So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko. Uh-oh.
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi. Which would mean that Makuro's killer is. No, I refuse to believe
Oh
it.
my god, you simp.
But she couldn't have
Kyoko
done it.
murdered someone? That's...
I like to say one thing. I did it. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time. Stop wasting energy. You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you. Why do you sound different today?
You got it, boss. Shutting up now.
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, you were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
She had a motive and no alibi. Well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet. Interesting. I'm listening. All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it getting from wet.
Certain something at the scene was used to cover the body. Could it have been... Oh, the tarp.
Yeah.
You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All he had to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty because that's the side that covered in water. The side that faced down or over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked. But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet? Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said. The tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body... Wait, something's not right.
And that might be... Very interesting turn.
Yes.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side, because the sprinkler got that side wet. But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right? That side was protected from the water, since it was facing down toward the body. Of course it didn't get dirty. And the blood on the body hadn't dried yet. Yake even warned us not to touch it to avoid getting any blood on us.
Nice shot, Joe. Yeah, make sure you check the thing. Do you know what argument you're trying to make here?
I'm thinking. Hold on.
Okay. Okay, so what are you? All right, before we move on, Joe. What's your logic here? Why did you shoot that? What are you trying to do?
I don't know. I have no clue.
Or you're just aimlessly,
shooting.
you're just shooting?
Yeah.
Well, you still gotta, you know the rule, right? You still gotta figure out the mystery in order to like move on. Cause I'm gonna stop you. No, I said stop. So, I'm gonna try to, I guess, lead you to the right direction. So, what's the argument about right now? What's the main object here that we're talking about here?
The tarp.
The tarp, okay. Do you remember what the details about the tarp?
It was dirty on one side.
Mm-hmm. And?
Dry on the other.
Dry on the other, okay. A little bit more specific on the dry on the other side.
Like completely clean.
Completely clean, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about the dirty side first, right?
Yeah.
Why was the dirty side dirty?
So it was covering the body.
No, that's not why. That's not what Kyoko said. Or that's not what Kyoko and Makoto said. Why was the dirty part dirty? I said don't. Wait, press start. Why did you move on when you didn't answer my question, you dummy? Alright.
Hey.
No. Why was the dirty part dirty?
I don't know. So it was on the ground?
No, so the dirty part was dirt. No, the dirty part was because of the sprinkler. Because when the sprinkler's out, like it flings dirt everywhere, right? The dirty side was dirty because the sprinkler went off, right?
Oh,
supposedly, okay?
Yeah.
Because Kyoko's argument is, okay, you put the tarp on because the reason why we're talking about the tarp is because she's saying that the culprit used the tarp to make sure that the body wouldn't get soaked in sprinkler.
Water, yeah. Sprinkler.
That way, like, you could fake the timing of the death, right? And then the dirty side was dirty because the sprinkler was on there, right? And the clean side was clean because it was covering the body. Therefore, it didn't get any like sprinkler water shenanigan, like sprinkler dirt. Okay, so the dirty side was dirty because the sprinkler flinged dirt at it. I guess we could put it that way. And and again, just to reiterate, why was the clean side clean?
So it was covering the body.
It was covering the body. Okay. So what do you think the contradiction here is with what Kyoko just said right now? What's strange about this?
One side shouldn't be clean because there's blood.
Okay, there we go. So then which truth bullet has the details about the blood on the body? The wet blood.
Body before the explosion.
Body before the explosion. That's our truth bullet, right?
Yeah.
So now we got to think about what to shoot. Because you were shooting everything, right?
Yeah.
There we go. So the reason the tarp was only dirty on the one side, right? That was the first thing.
Yeah.
The only reason why the sheet was dirty on one side. So if you're gonna shoot this, that means you're saying that it wasn't dirty on one side. Is that true?
False.
False, right? It was dirty on one side, right? Yeah. So we don't shoot that, right? Okay. There's nothing wrong with that statement. It's because the sprinkler got that side wet. Okay, but the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right? It's because that was protected from the water. Was that true? Where did I shoot? Was that protected from the water?
No.
The underside.
Yeah.
It was, right? Yeah, the underside was
Yeah,
protected
yeah.
from the water, right? So is there anything strange about that statement?
No.
No, right? Since it was facing down the toward the body, right? Of course it didn't get dirty. Now, is that true?
Yeah.
Of course it wouldn't get dirty.
No,
Why?
because the body was bloody.
Body was bloody. There we go, right?
Okay.
So
that's
there we go.
it.
Okay. So that's the bullet,
Got
and
it.
that's the thing to shoot.
Okay.
Okay. Because obviously it should be dirty, not because of the
Yeah.
water, but because the body was bloody.
Bloody.
There we go. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
So a lot of these like statements, granted there might be some loss in translation, but it's not arbitrary. Like every statement has a reason why it's like fellow. To be fair, I think you shot this.
No. Oh my god.
You gotta shoot it out once first. So press shoot it. Yeah. To be fair, you shot it once and it didn't work. So I'm not sure if this is actually gonna work. I don't actually.
I didn't shoot I didn't shoot that one.
I think you did.
No, I didn't.
I think you did. Oh well, yeah, of
No, I
course it
didn't.
was. You probably shoot with different bullets.
Counter, finally.
Alright, thank you. But you understand the argument here, right? I think you
Yeah.
you figured it out.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Yaka said it himself, not to touch it or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it. Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just watching the one side wouldn't hide anything. True.
Oh, yeah,
Wait,
true.
why am I saying the same as Yasuhiro again? Stop copying me, you little bitch. More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as some kind of camouflage?
Huh?
You're saying the same thing as Makoto. What?
The blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim? Oh my god, we were such a good part, Joe. We just started and ready to go pee pee poo poo. You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know. They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
What a throwback. No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Chicken blood. Chicken blood.
Ew. Got salmonella on it.
Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Why are you so...
What? Chicken blood?
Can't believe this is like your favorite part of it. I don't know why you're so excited about it.
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4. So you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up. Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it. Oh my god. Oh.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides the basis for my theory. Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off.
But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with tarp. Then, later at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, and the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30. If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
It actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no, I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Ooh. Then you had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible. I must admit it, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate. Back to square one.
And the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? Don't understand.
Do you understand?
No.
Disguised dead body has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again our suspects are him and Kyoko.
We're serious, man. Which one of them did it?
I don't know.
Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds. Oh!
Great idea!
See? Pretty good idea, right? No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there, out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt? The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back.
Damn.
So, what about it? I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered. Listen, more important. Now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it? We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do.
I don't want it anyway.
So what to do?
Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Little
Huh?
simp boy.
Me?
It's the knife we gave to You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier. Culprit.
Yeah.
Then why did you hide the fact?
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
Just what, Makoto? Just what?
Couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. Thought maybe I really did kill her. Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced. Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer.
Make your argument.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that. If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it. Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Yes.
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Already established the coat was put on the body after the tarp was removed. This means when the knife was thrust through the coat into the body.
Do you know what's wrong with this Makoto? Oh, nice.
Yes, I knew that.
Why?
It's because, the stab wound isn't what killed him because they said it went through all the way, but the coat was put on. Well, it's hard to explain.
Alright, Makoto might do a better job explaining than
Yeah.
you, Joe.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Makuro.
I'll explain it because Joe's a turd and can't do it.
That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard. Lies! We never talked about what killed her. No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that bloodstained coat until after they were dead. Okay, fine. So what? So when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she wasn't already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her. Well, maybe you stabbed her twice, once to kill her, and once to cover it up. The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot? No, there's no way that's possible. The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound. Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that. Then then the knife was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound, and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kinda goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you know the answer. That's funny.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me. I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion. I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Shocker. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her, or we won't make any headway on this. Also, I actually really don't know. Please, Makoto, save me. Tell her, please. I don't want to tell. I want to expose. Please, please.
There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion.
What could it be? Yeah, very good.
Nice.
You remembered.
After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
For the life of me, I could not figure this out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before. That's only natural, because of course. We saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma.
Look at Toko checking out Monokuma's wiener.
It's part of a bomb. Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb!
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that, is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
Oh my god, you fucking simp. It's Kyoko. God damn it.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine, I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless. Do you think you know what killed the victim?
No.
It's in your truth bullet. It's
a blunt wound.
What?
Blunt wound.
Made by what?
Pipe.
Pipe?
Wait, what? Wasn't that it?
There was no pipe, Joe. There was something that looked like a pipe.
Metal pipe. Yeah, metal pipe.
Oh.
I was just about to stick as a metal
I
pipe.
was thinking of something else. Okay.
Another make your argument.
Make your argument. Oh. Speak of the devil.
Yeah.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure, I guess. Well, yeah, she was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? Then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah, according to the Monokuma file. So yeah, it's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
That was a cover-up, and all those other wounds on her body weren't fresh. Which only leaves.
Yeah, that might not work too. Okay,
What?
yeah, I figured it out. So, the reason why both of those didn't work is because were there countless wounds on the victim?
Yeah.
There was, right? So that means there's no contradiction with what Byakuya said. And also what Hiro just said, was there a fatal wound at the back of her head? I think there was, right? Well, not necessarily the struck in the head, right? So was there something strange about what Hiro said?
No.
No, right? So what I'm trying to get is the file itself doesn't really contradict anything what they're saying. So your first instinct was right. I think you gotta drain this, and then you want to shoot at what you think the fatal injury was. Do you think it was the explosion? Was it the knife? Was it the fatal? Was it the blow in the head, or was it the countless wounds? But yeah, I'm gonna give it to you because I think you figured this out before the before this thing. Oh wait,
Whoa.
it wasn't? Oh, maybe I'm wrong then.
Oh.
Oh wait, I figured it out. I figured it out.
What?
You do the opposite. We had to drain. You drain one of the statements that people were suggesting, and then you shoot it at that one. Byakuya's, yeah. Because what Byakuya's saying right now is like, we don't know what the fatal injury was. So you're gonna take one of their statements and then say this was the fatal injury.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. So we gotta go through again. What do you think the fatal injury was?
The blow to the head.
Blow to that. Okay. So then that means you gotta drain Hiro's statement, and we'll see if it works. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes it's pretty like. What I don't like about the drain function, it's very like unintuitive to figure out when to use this.
Yeah.
Like there's no indication of like when you to know when to use this function, so I don't know, not a huge fan, but I see what they were going for, you know, in this game. I see what they're going for. Oh my god, I thought you missed.
Got it. Oh.
Alright.
Holy shit.
Okay, this is why I'm here. Even though it took us forever, because I was picking up.
Makuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
Okay.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it? The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds. Oh yeah, good point. They were old. I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it caved their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle. Maybe.
No way, the balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power.
No, Joe, they wouldn't, you dummy.
No.
I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want, Joe.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I like to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
What is wrong with you?
See, this is why I hate her. I fucking hate Toko.
Oh man.
Ha 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 ha! I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon. Because I don't really actually know. Makoto, please save my ass. Please, Makoto! Makoto!
The real murder weapon?
This was what I was referring to earlier. I'm not sure if you figured it out.
Titanium arrows?
Monokuma.
Monokuma.
I use Monokuma.
I'm actually confused.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Oh, you're right.
Makuro was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her. An arrow? That's what the culprit attacked Makuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it. Thanks, Makoto, for saving my ass. I totally didn't know.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
Hey, how dare you talk back about me, Master? You have no right.
I'm not back talking anything. I'm just saying what I want, what I think. I don't blame Hina for doubting it, because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. Oh god. Not again.
See if you could figure it out. The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt. That was the murder weapon.
Are you sure? You don't sound convinced. What's the problem? Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It's in the arrow would be too thin.
Talking back to Master? You have no right.
If it was just that titanium arrow, it wouldn't be nearly thick enough. Which is why they used, tape.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt. That was the murder weapon.
Okay, that's fine. Are you sure?
Hey, that was not your line.
You don't sound convinced. What's your problem? Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? Like an arrow would just be too thin.
Oh, you missed.
I missed?
Yeah, you missed. It was shrinking too fast. I don't think you had to shoot the pink thing. I think it's pretty clear, so. I think it was out of the way, I think. Yeah, see? Shoot it. Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
There we go. There we go.
Break.
There we go.
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon. Another weapon? Inside the dojo locker, we also found the balled up wad of duct tape. The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is that harsh? Were you even listening? Yeah, how is that harsh? That's my same reaction. Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for the culprit is that stashed the weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, I can't do English. Shut up. It was you, Kyoko. I've never been to the dojo.
Isn't that a lie?
Why?
Didn't we talk to her in the dojo?
Oh no, you absolutely have. We did.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto? Alright, big bud. Don't we, Makoto? What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murder. Makoto. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to the death of all of us. Remember?
Of course I remember.
And stop simping and tell the truth. Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have evidence? Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo. It must be connected to that dojo locker.
You already know.
The one thing that proves Kyoko is in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room? Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again, you fucking simp. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you, you little white knight?
No, it's not that I want to defend her.
Yeah,
just...
right. Yeah, fucking right, Makoto.
There's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something.
No, Makoto, I don't want to go out with you. My god. Ooh.
Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you. What?
Oh, is she simping for him now? Oh, is it reversed? Did the tables turn?
Oh my
the turntables?
Yo, not now.
What? She was protecting me?
You actual dumb fuck.
Then does that mean she
What do you think happened?
killed Bukuro?
Why?
Because she was trying to kill Makoto.
Oh.
She knew I was being attacked. And she came to my rescue? Oh. Could that be when... which would mean that Kyoko, she killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand. Wait. Chotto matte. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer. I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous. Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Why do you think she says that to Byakuya? This is regarding the final evidence, where the wooden block key was in Kyoko's room.
Oh, because he had the key to her room.
There we go. So what does that mean?
Byakuya did it.
Well,
Byakuya killed her. Finally, Byakuya killed someone.
can you tell me I'm wrong? I should know?
What? Byakuya should know better than anyone? What does that mean? Oh my god.
Alright, yeah. When the body was found, you probably needed to drain something. I think, because, like... Yeah, this is just, like, the alibi, so... Those words you just spoke, what do you mean? Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone else.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me. There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying? You stated the theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker. And then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I have really done that?
Kyoko gave her room key to Byakuya, right? Which would mean...
Okay, yeah, that
Yeah,
was
got it,
okay.
okay. Oh, nice. Figured that out. If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room. Huh? Why not? Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you mean. Meant, I meant. And if I had the key to your room, then obviously I had no way of getting in. You good?
Mm-hmm.
What?
No, I'm just reading it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were shaking your head or something.
No.
Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong? It would appear not. Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true.
Wait, stop.
What?
Why?
What?
Why is that not actually true?
That she didn't put it in there?
Yeah, well, no. Kyoko just said there's no way she could put the key in the wooden block key in her room because Byakuya had the key, right? And then Makoto's like, oh shit, that's not actually true. Why is that? Why can Kyoko put the key in the room?
I don't know.
Oh my god, you're so dumb.
What?
That's what Makoto's saying here, right? He's like, no, that's not actually true, right? That must mean that there's a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us. An obvious lie.
There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us. An obvious lie.
What's the lie, Joe? Think, Joe, think.
She could have put the key in before she left.
No.
I don't know.
No, wait, no, stop. You gotta get this, Joe. You gotta get this.
What?
Why? Think. You should know this. You should know this. Think. Wait, don't go anywhere, okay? All right. Well, what was she doing while you were investigating?
She was in the dorm.
How? The second floor, right?
Oh, she had the key to get in anywhere.
There we go.
Yeah, that's a lie. Oh, so she could have gone in her room.
Yeah, she had the master key.
She had the master key. Oh, shit.
Oh, you fell into a trap,
But
Joe.
this just isn't like her. He's simping.
Simping, yeah.
To try and save herself with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's a killer? Or is this something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier?
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of the school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
What the hell?
This is the trap the mastermind has laid for us.
The mastermind's trap. The mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko? But what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I...
Sorry, press X. X. Can you save?
Why?
You haven't saved in a while. I forgot about that because we remember we left to eat. I don't think we saved.
Yeah.
Okay.
What should I... The mastermind's trap? The victim was Mikuro, and Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The mastermind's trap.
If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong?
What do I do? I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie.
Wait, stop. What do you want to do? Pursue the lie or let it go?
What do you mean? What does that mean, pursue the lie? Like, expose her?
Expose her lie. Or simp and let it go. Or run away.
Say let it go.
Say let it go?
Yeah.
You sure?
I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. He's gonna simp some more. He lost his first simp. He's got to simp some more. That's Makoto. He's got to simp.
Okay. Alright.
There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
So I'm just gonna stop you for a second. So
Yeah.
we're gonna trust her.
Yeah.
You believe in her.
Yeah.
Do you believe she didn't do it?
I don't know.
You don't know? Alright. Well, you chose to not pursue that lie, so we'll see. We'll see what happens, okay? Well, does no one have a rebuttal?
Have you decided to accept her assertion as a fact? Because remember, you're the only one who knows that she has the master key, by the way. Because she didn't tell anyone but you.
Yeah.
By you, I mean Makoto. I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker in her room. That it was someone else. So then who was it?
Monokuma. It was Byakuya. But who else could it have been?
Yeah, who could have been? Aoi?
I mean, Byakuya had her room key, right?
You... What are you trying to imply, mophead? But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Who is gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Someone could have had the key on them. Then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What? It had to be Makoto, right? What?
I don't see any other option.
What? Wait a second, you've got it all wrong. Y'all wrong.
Y'all wrong.
Y'all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case. Huh? A hidden side? First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Makuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead, and then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be... Okay, time's up! Huh? Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now! What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
Because you were late, so we had to push back the start time.
Sorry, 1 second.
So then it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you.
Voting time?
Congratulations, you went through the class trial.
That's it?
That's it, yeah. You beat it. Good job.
Oh, I beat it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And that's voting time. Who are they gonna vote for?
Now who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Oh, we don't even get a vote? What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man. Yeah, sorry.
It's all your fault. Yeah.
Everyone, you're wrong. You got it all wrong. I didn't do it. Good job, everyone. Good job? Yeah, they got it right. No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense. It makes perfect sense. It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials. And I'm gonna end it the same way. It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Well, wait, why do I... Kyoko.
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko? Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time. Wait, what the fuck? So Makoto dies? Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Huh? Huh?
Oh man.
What's this? What's going on? Hey, what's that? Yeah, it had to be.
Alter ego.
Alter ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell. I don't believe this.
It seems you finally made your miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What was that?
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us.
Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch. An itch. The stupid virus is gone now. Got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit. In a way, that's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world.
Man, you took all the good parts.
I know.
Oh man.
Is he gone?
Hey, Kyoko. What's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on? It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time.
Huh?
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. What are you talking about? You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed.
The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy brings in top students from every field imaginable, a government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are two things you need to attend this school. 1, you have to already be attending high school. 2, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself.
Oh my god, Joe.
And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me. Why is it playing this now? What? What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird of me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck is going on? What? Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again. And then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there until I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what had happened. Alter ego saved me. And he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of there.
Alright, find your way out. Escape.
Is that an airplane? How'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit?
You don't have an airplane in your school garbage pit? What? Everyone has an airplane in the school garbage pit.
This is a desk.
Wow, really?
Probably the one that fell down here with me. That's a rocket and a tank. I better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here.
Do you remember that rocket?
From the beginning?
Yeah.
Oh, what's this? Rattle, rattle. It's locked. Rattle, rattle. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea?
One way to find out.
Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. That's still not enough reason to give up, because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep.
My man.
My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. Can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what I fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. Got crunch. What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down from over there? Something fell from up above. What could it have been? Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? Carefully stretched my hand out toward whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
ちょっと
A giant piece of trash? Rude.
Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
ひどい匂い
This
ね
place smells awful.
She has cup ramen on her head. Kyoko?
ええ
You look like you're doing better than I expected.
What are you doing here?
それは
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. With my noodles.
I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage in your hair.
Oh!
She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
ね
First, I have something for you. Some cup ramen. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once we're finished.
Thank you.
It's your favorite, Joe. It's your favorite water. Go chug it, Joe.
Snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach. Oh, wow. Thanks for the details, Makoto. Damn. Whew, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going.
So you still haven't given up then?
Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at.
ふーん
Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at.
Talk to her again.
Yeah.
But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
それは
To pay a debt. Or, no. To atone.
Atone?
あなたは
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything.
So, you knew that I knew.
ええ
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you.
私は
I abandoned you.
Don't say that. You didn't abandon me.
No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
だけど
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive, no matter the cost.
Why did you have to survive?
そうね
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
つまり
is so that I can do what I came to do at this school.
What?
I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason.
So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
ええ
That's right. At least I did. Once.
Once?
私は
Until recently, I've forgotten what it was.
You forgot? But that's...
I had no memory of what my purpose was.
No memory? That's impossible.
Amnesia?
Then is it really true? You lost your memory?
苗木くん
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at this school?
The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
そうよ
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
どうやら
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. What do you think her ultimate ability is?
Ultimate detective,
Ultimate detective, alright.
probably. But what would make you forget all that?
ね
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems too much convenient.
Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
そうよ
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory.
But why would they want to do that?
There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans.
So the mastermind just stole them from you?
でも
And it could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of this school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time.
But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
なんで
If I did that, and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, my voice is gone. There's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. One of us. One of us.
What?
そう
Well, don't make it too big of a deal. Fuck. Well, don't make too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right?
The mastermind, one of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her.
You never made any prediction about who the mastermind is. Who do you think the mastermind is? Shot in the dark.
Byakuya.
Byakuya?
Byakuya.
Alright.
In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
でも
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me.
But why me?
Because you're simping for me, obviously. Because among everyone, you were the least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but
I see. Your intuition was right though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
僕は
I understand.
知っている僕は
I should
全部知
understand
っているは
everything.
ずだ僕の目的
My
は
goal isn't to get out of here,
ここから出ることじゃないここに残るこ
It's
となんだ
to stay here. G- It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen? Wait, where's Kyoko?
I'm right here, bitch.
Oh,
Right behind you. Are you okay?
oh yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
ね
Even now, I still trust you, Hito. It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
そう
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced.
Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. Do you have to talk to her again?
Maybe, yeah.
You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So, how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
それが
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability.
Finally! You mentioned your ability.
私は
My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective.
I told you! I got it right! I knew it! I knew it!
Congrats, Joe.
The ultimate detective.
Okay. You figured it out pretty early on. I've asked you this earlier, and you also said ultimate detective. So good on you, Joe.
Yeah! The ultimate detective?
そう
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. Who was that?
Makuro Ikusawa.
Okay, let's find out.
You had to find someone. Who?
それが
Well, it was the headmaster of the Hope's Peak Academy. Wah wah, you got it wrong. No, it wasn't. Yeah, headmaster of the Hope's Peak Academy.
The headmaster?
Remember she was like, I'm sure it wasn't the headmaster. Headmaster's not the mastermind. She was
Yeah.
pretty like insistent about that. I'm not sure
Yeah.
if you caught on.
Makuro Ikusawa.
Why did you want to find the headmaster?
Because I am your father.
Read the actual line. Shut up. Stop doing Star Wars references.
Because he's my father.
What? What?
つまり
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak.
Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak's headmaster? Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved.
私は
I'll find a way.
Huh?
私は
No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
必ず
No matter the cost.
あのさ
Kyoko? What's going on?
私は
My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him.
That makes sense.
だけど
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I seen. I snuck into the headmaster's room.
Oh, I gotta piss.
Oh my god, Joe.
Sorry.
Yeah, go piss in that pile of garbage, Makoto. There's no bathroom here. God damn it, Joe. We were having a moment.
Then, what did you see in there?
それが
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess. The desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there.
You mean the mastermind, right?
そうね
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found.
But why there?
Because I also found this in the headmaster's room.
This is some kind of map?
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Makuro's profile and the key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. And I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
そう
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room.
So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
だけど
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors.
Oh, whoops. So what was it like, that part of the school, I mean?
It's hard to describe. All I can say is,
私は
the moment I saw it, I realized. Whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined.
What do you mean?
それは
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough.
Sounds like it must be important. And really ominous. So to talk to her again?
I think so, yeah.
Oh my god.
だけど
Of course, once I got to the second floor of the dorms, there were no cameras and no monitors. You gotta keep going. You already read that.
Oh, I already read that.
Yeah. Which is why I had an idea. Had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building.
It has to do with Makuro Ikusaba, doesn't it?
でも
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her.
Oh.
And I know it wasn't you either.
I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi. So then who did kill her?
とにかく
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Makuro Ikusaba was to get me killed.
Get you killed?
ええ
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
そう
That was the point of the class trial.
It was?
The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly.
You mean because of the school regulations?
そうよ
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
つまり
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it.
The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
ね
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Makuro Ikusaba.
What's that?
There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto.
I could have become the victim?
ええ
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Do you mean during the night?
私は
I can hear them, you know. The footsteps, the god of death.
What?
I can hear the god of death as he moves.
The f she's saying?
That ability naturally draws me into the case, just like this,
とにかく
which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell. I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room. How many times are we gonna see this? God damn it. I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
だけど
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the mask is silent was, they ended up dead.
そう
Their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind, in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me.
So all this would mean that whoever killed Makuro is also the mastermind, right?
ええ
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think.
But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
そう
You're right. That is a contradiction. And it's not just Makuro. They needed a class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction.
So, what does it all mean?
つま
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered.
Huh?
り苗木くん
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair.
The other ultimate despair?
There's no doubt that the Makuro was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person.
It's not?
ええ
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event.
You're talking about
そうよ
What happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
the tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that. They're the ultimate despair.
どうやら
That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair.
Then they're
Make no mistake. They're the root of all evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. Chapter 5, 100-mile dash, pain of a junk food junkie. The end. To be continued. Wait, did you actually trust Kyoko there? Cause
yeah, I did.
that was a choice there that you could have made. You could have
Oh.
either
Because the two choices, well, there was three choices. I'm gonna say straight up, the runaway thing it just makes you choose the other two choices. It doesn't really do anything.
Oh, okay.
So the two choices were you shut up about the fact that Kyoko was lying, and you tell everyone, and then you don't tell anyone, i.e. you trust her, or you just say, no, Kyoko's lying, she's lying to us, and she killed Makuro. Those are the two options.
Yeah.
So you chose correctly. So congrats, Joe.
What would happen if I chose the other option?
What happens if you choose the other option?
Yeah.
That's a great question, Joe.
Is that what we're gonna see?
That's why.
That's why you.
That's why I lied about this. I actually saved intentionally, so I could still have that.
Wait.
What?
You just deleted the other one.
Wait.
Oh, chapter find end. Oh, okay, no, it's still there. Okay.
You mean, of course. Well, if I deleted it, I just save again, Joe. Don't scare me like that. Anyways, Joe, excuse me, which is why at this stage I was like, oh, we gotta save because we didn't really save after we eaten. No, I knew this moment was gonna come, so I intentionally saved here because this one, right before it happens, I saved right before this moment. Or I made you save right before this moment. For the record, personally,
Yeah.
I was like, no, Kyoko's lying. I know for a fact she's lying. She definitely killed Makuro. I'm gonna pursue the lie. That was my first Let's Play, personally. So I actually did the other thing that you did.
Okay, so we're gonna see.
We're gonna see. Ready?
Yeah.
Alright. Pursue the lie. Kyoko, you're lying. You could go inside the room.
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
A lie?
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
You said it. The burden of proof is on you. So let's hear it. Where's the lie then?
Kyoko is definitely lying, and it must be because there's some other deeper truth she wants to keep hidden.
Here you go.
Oh no, I have to do this shit.
Well, you wanted to know, Joe, so...
Okay.
Yeah, you wanted to know.
Kyoko's account.
Remember what Kyoko's account was?
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about that, right? You are correct. So it couldn't possibly have gone into my room.
Then we searched Kyoko's room.
How else could the key have gotten there?
Someone other than me must have put it there. That's the only explanation.
Neil told me before the trial started. Just stolen something very important from the headmaster's room.
When you decided to like not pursue the lie, did you trust Kyoko?
I think so, yeah.
Or did you just choose one?
I just chose one.
Oh my god, Jack.
Oh no, I did trust her.
You did trust her?
Yeah. Headmaster's room. Yeah, I did.
But like here's the thing though, like the argument against her was solid, right?
Yeah.
It was pretty solid, so
I don't know.
you know, I'll comment.
I decided to sim because Makoto's.
Alright, fair enough.
No, Kyoko could have gotten into her room. You said so yourself, didn't you, Kyoko?
Actually, to be precise, not quite. I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school.
What? Monokuma's secret tool? Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room. It lets you get into any room in the school. Which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
Then, I guess that's it. You're giving up just like that. You admit to killing... No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost. What are you talking about? Like I said, this was a trap. and I wasn't able to escape it,
私の
so I lost.
そういう意味
That's all this means.
Huh? Then, are you saying you really didn't? Kyoko, you really aren't the killer?
Okay, time's up.
Huh?
Still has a duty today.
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up. All done, all finished. The class trial is all over.
But that's ridiculous. Since when is there any...
It's because you were late. So the trial started late, and time ran out. So then it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you. But I guess we already know who the blackened is, don't we?
Oh, so now it's Kyoko. She's gonna get executed.
Good job, you got it right. Brilliantly right.
We got it right? Does that mean Kyoko really is the killer? But something strange is going on here. There's something wrong with this whole class trial. Kyoko!
I prepared an extra special punishment this time. Is everyone ready? Okay then. Let's give it everything we got. It's punishment time.
Oh no. Oh shit. Damn, she looks scared. And that's how the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba came to an end. I still had to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent or... Regardless, the truth was lost forever. Even for me. I just stopped thinking about it. That was the end of Mukuro's class trial. And in the end, it would prove to be our last class trial. Once that case was over, there was never a single murder at Hope's Peak ever again. We had obtained peace in exchange for the lives of all the others. Wait, so it doesn't even... Peace, but only inside the school. Wait, what? Peace, but only for us.
What?
That was the only hope we had. Hope. Wait, Toko died?
What? That's what you're concerned about? That
And
Toko's
they
dead?
all-
What do you mean? That's the first thing that you say?
And Hina's a mom?
What do you...
Oh, shit.
Damn, Joe. I can't believe the first thing you commented was Toko's dead. Like, what do you mean? Like...
I know, I saw that. It was weird.
Yes, exactly. There was even something even weirder in the first thing. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, Toko's dead. Like, who gives a shit? Toko's dead? Of course she's dead. She's a fucking wimp. Oh my god, that was so. Oh my god. Now, if you look back at our footage, dude, I was trying so hard to make you go to that route. I'm so mad that you actually chose the right one the first time. I was trying so hard, like, dude, it's gotta be Kyoko. She's lying, Joe. You gotta expose her lie. And then you're like, you know what? I'm gonna trust Kyoko. I was like, you damn simp. Oh my god, I'm so mad. You got
No,
the
that
right
that
one.
was that's what Makoto would have done. He was simping.
Damn, I can't believe you chose the right choice.
All right.
One more comment. A little bit of an Easter egg for that like weird photo.
Yeah.
Well, like if you remember, Yasuhiro's free time event.
Yeah.
His first event was like, I think your child and my child has like the same mother.
Same
or
mother,
something.
yeah. Oh, wait, that's a prediction?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They all had kids with Hina.